and Adam, digital nomads who ditched the 9-to-5, sold everything and set sail for freedom.
These days, you'll find us cruising the UK canal network on board our narrowboat, Serenissima.
When we're not on the water, we're slow travelling across Europe and beyond.
Living abroad, crossing oceans by ship, and embracing life as remote workers and explorers.
Subscribe and join us on board and abroad.
I'm on my way to the shops here in Genoa. Adam's back in the apartment doing some work, and I'll show you the apartment when we get back. I love an Italian supermarket. Look at all this good stuff. Nearly there. The supermarket is about a 3-minute walk away, so it's not too bad. So before we go upstairs, let me just update you with what's been happening for the last few days. So you left us in Monaco 3 days ago. And for that time, we've basically been inside the apartment working. We haven't really seen much of Genoa or done anything. We've had deadlines, and we want to have a free weekend. It's Friday today. We want to have a free weekend to be able to enjoy Genoa and do some sightseeing, visit a couple of other places as well. So we just needed to kind of clear the decks and get some work done. So Adam's working this morning. I'm going to do a couple of hours now as well. And then we'll probably go exploring Genoa this afternoon, and you come with us. 17th century fresco on this apartment. And there's Adam hard at work in the corner.
It's shocking.
It's out there, I've just dropped it at the door. It's too hot. So it's very compact, this, so the kitchen is actually just down one side. But yeah, bedroom. This is a gorgeous ceiling. I was lying in bed this morning, looking at this. It's really pretty.
So it's the first Airbnb of the trip after 10 nights? No, 11 nights now, I think. It's come at just the right time because our clothes were nearly all worn. So it's really great that we plonk Airbnb strategically so that we can use washing machines for free rather than having to pay hotels to clean them. So we've got a washing machine, we're able to do our own cooking. Supermarket really nearby, as you've seen, Rick's already gone. So it's just really handy on a big trip to just alternate between hotels and Airbnbs, but not expensive. We booked this 10 days ago, about 10 days ago when we knew we were heading for Genoa, and yeah, really reasonable, I guess, because it wasn't booked up, so they prefer to have it used rather than empty. And it also means we can get loads of work done without being interrupted, without having to leave the hotel room for cleaning. So it seems to have like this little, looks almost like a little chapel. But yeah, as Airbnbs go, it's pretty grand.
So that building behind us right now is the Cathedral of San Lorenzo, which is actually stripy. It was built in
18. Consecrated in 1180.
So over 1,000 years old?
Yes. Just quick.
No.
We always do that.
No. So over 900 years old.
Yeah. So now we've just moved up from the cathedral to the Doge's palace.
So yeah, everyone knows that Venice had a Doge, but there was also one in Genoa for about 600 years.
Yeah. And they were sworn enemy
Venice
republics.
and Genoa absolutely still don't like each other.
So it's a bit weird that they are two of our favourite Italian cities. We like them loads. Obviously, we love Venice most, but
we like them both because they're on the water.
Yeah, it's the water thing again.
The Piazza de Ferrari, which is the kind of main square. This huge fountain behind me is very famous.
Yeah. It's got a good name as well. Ferrari fan, of course.
But all around the outside, we'll show you in a minute, there are buildings with kind of arcades in them, and they were built so that you could do your shopping without getting wet when it rains. And there are miles and miles and miles of these arcades. It's really cool. It's a really nice feature of this city.
Yeah, and stay out of the sun.
Actually, when you come to Genoa, you can't really help but notice that Genoa seems to be flying the English flag, the George Cross. It's absolutely everywhere. It's in buildings. It's floating from the top of buildings. But the interesting thing is that it was theirs first.
Yeah.
The English adopted it a long time after because their patron saint was St. George. So we're just about to walk up the Strada Nuova, which is also known as the Street of Palaces. So it's a UNESCO heritage site because it's lined with palaces. There is a palazzo on either side of the road, all the way down, and it's sort of half a mile long. We'll show you. Something we've fallen foul of in the past is straying off this street and straight into the red light district, which runs parallel to it.
Genoa has the largest medieval city centre in Europe. Loads of little streets, which is good for keeping cool, but it's just nice to just get lost in them. So most of the little streets do end up going downhill towards the port of Genoa.
Which is where we're on our way there now.
Yeah, one of Europe's largest ports, not only for cruises but for merchant ships as well.
It's the base of MSC Cruises,
which happens to be
one of our favourite cruises.
One of our top three cruise lines. Love MSC, so we've been here quite a bit to get on the ships.
So the first time we came to Genoa, I was kind of horrified by this flyover that cuts right through the centre of it. The port on one side and the city on the other, and this huge flyover just dissecting the two. It's really ugly, it's really loud, and it was built because the obviously city is full of narrow streets and it's really hard to get in and out of the port without this big road, so that's why they put it in. But they are currently building an undersea tunnel, which might mean that they get rid of it. I do hope so.
So it's coming up to 5 p.m, which is prime time cruise ship leaving here in the port, and there is one in today. It's a Costa, it's the Costa Smeralda. We've been on its sister ship, the Toscana. It's one of Costa's two biggest ships. So we're going to see that leave. To get a good vantage point of cruise ships, I recommend walking past the aquarium here on my right, and just you can go out onto a pontoon and you can just chill out there. There's lots of benches, and it's generally not very busy because not many people seem to know about it.
This view, you could sit and look at this view for hours. Just all those windows. So specifically Liguria, just that style of building. And I just love looking up at hills.
Best time of the day. Yeah, so when we first came to Genoa and this got plonked on, we did the typical British thing of like, oh, well, I'm not paying, am I? I'm not paying for this. You're totally not. Aperitivo time in Genoa, it's all free. Every bar does a different thing, and yeah, you just keep eating.
We're sitting here enjoying our aperitivo in the shadow of a Genoan landmark. So this is the Porta Soprana, which is part of the oldest city walls in Italy, and they were built in 1160 something. So they're very, very old indeed, and they're still standing. There is scaffolding on them, but it's just so cool just to be sitting here, having some nice food, some nice drinks, in the shadow of something that old. Italy is just the best country in the world. Church was amazing. You can plan to visit churches, but you never quite know what you're going to get until you get there. And that one, we were just walking past and the door was open. There was hardly anybody in there, and the ceiling was just like one of the best I've ever seen. I would say as good as anything I've seen in Rome.
So Genoa, it's a bit rough and ready, if I'm honest with you. It does take some getting used to, but we love it. It's not the cleanest city, it's not the prettiest city.
It's a proper city though, it's not a museum like Venice or Florence, although we love both of those cities. Genoa is a real city, people live here, people work here. It's not just a tourist place.
So the spritzes have arrived, and at this place, he actually asks you, do you want to go aperitivo, which means do you want to have some nibble food as well? You do pay €3 per person extra for that, and we said yes.
And aperitivo, guys.
Grazie mille, wow.
Fair enough, it is huge. But all that, just for €6 more.
We're not going to need dinner.
No, we're not. We're really not going to need a meal tonight.
So I'll run through what is here. So this is just plain focaccia made with loads of really good olive oil. This will be amazing.
So
we haven't had this yet, but it will be amazing. This is sliced chicken. This here is like a caramelised onion tart with, I think it's phyllo underneath. This is like a pistachio cream on some nice bread. And this is a focaccia sandwich. I'm pretty sure that is potato and pesto in there.
Pesto potato.
And in this bowl here, we've already had a couple of these. So there is the ones with breadcrumbs on are olives that are deep fried with breadcrumbs on the outside. And that is just like some savoury bread.
It's like a bowl of focaccia.
Yeah, it's just like a bowl of focaccia.
A steady evening. Time to just go back and chill. We've had enough food. More than enough.
We've had 2 aperitivo times, and that's like more than enough food. I'm very full.
Yeah, 4 spritzes. That'll do us. Ready for another great day tomorrow. We're off to Portofino
On a boat.
boat ride.
It was a busy old boat, and it's quite busy here as well, we'll be honest.
Yeah, it's Saturday, so it told us to get to the boat about half an hour beforehand. We literally got there 25 minutes beforehand, and
There were hardly any seats left. We had to sit right in the middle, didn't get a great view the whole time, but
We're
it's
here.
fine. We're here now, and we're in Portofino, and it's absolutely beautiful. The boat ride here was an hour and a half, and we stopped off at 2 places on the way. We didn't get off at either of them because we really wanted to be here, and we only get an hour here.
yeah, so an hour if you want to get the same boat back, and then it's an hour and a half obviously back into Genoa. There is the option to get the train though, which is quicker.
Not from here, it's a bus, then a train. It's a bus to Santa Margherita and then a train.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a faff. That would look very nice on our dinette. This is actual Genovese pesto, and it is amazing. It's not from a jar. So good. Hello. So we've just had our drinks in the place over there. Probably the best view we've ever had, ever.
Amazing. Didn't quite budget for that.
No.
The menu didn't have any prices on. I asked him how much a spritz was, and it was 24
Each?
However, that included that massive plate of aperitivo. So
we've kind of eaten as well. It's alright.
that's lunch,
It's
isn't
done
it?
now. You don't come here every day. It's worth it for the experience.
yeah, we didn't properly plan this though.
No, we've got 70 minutes. Well, we had 70 minutes on Portofino, and we've got 10 minutes left.
I didn't quite look how long we'd get here when I was booking this tour. So maybe that's something to think about. But we've decided, because we found in the cupboard this morning a full packet of pasta.
The special pasta that you have with pesto, only really find it in Genoa.
Yeah, and sometimes Airbnb hosts do this. They leave a local product there for you just to try. So we decided we're just going to go and get some really nice homemade Genovese pesto, and we're going to stay in tonight and have a cheap Genovese proper pesto pasta and some nice focaccia.
Yes.
And that will kind of negate the 24 quid spritz.
Yes.
Done it again. We were late for the boat. We're never late for the boat, but we were late for the boat. So the last one's on again.
So now we have to stand all the way back for an hour and a half.
At least we're at the right at the back of the boat, so we'll get some nice shots of the wake.
I'm worried about falling in.
Badly planned today. Unusual. Promise. So time for a really chilled night in the apartment with the pesto that we bought from the shop and the pasta that the Airbnb host kindly gave us. And when we have these chilled nights in Airbnbs, we generally like to feel quite homely, because if you're away for months on end, as we do, especially in winter, you do get quite homesick. So we definitely put the Sonos on. Sonos, apparently. Tonight we're listening to Max Richter's version of the Vivaldi Four Seasons. It's kind of a bit of a tradition when we cook nice pasta when we're away. Probably originated when we lived in Venice for a few months. It's time for Rick to get cooking, because it's apparently my cooking isn't good enough.
Apparently I'm better than you. You explain why.
I like certain ingredients, like I like it spicy. And quite recently, I've got into nigella seeds. So tonight, if I was cooking this pesto pasta, I would probably say, if we were at home, doesn't that need some chili flakes and some nigella seeds on? But apparently I just put everything in. Actually, it goes back to uni. You know, in those uni days when you order a pizza from a rubbish takeaway, I generally used to go for the chef's special, which had loads of things on. But Rick seems to think
that the chef's special is everything they want to get rid of that day. Of course it is.
Tastes good. So this is the pasta we found in the cupboard. That's what traditionally goes with pesto, so happy with that. There you go, Ricard.
Out with the hob. Black pepper, we'll need that.
So Airbnbs generally give you a couple of things.
Curry powder.
Curry powder?
Not in pesto.
Very good.
And so tomorrow, it's meant to rain here in Genoa.
Thunderstorms we've been promised. Not that we'll know in this apartment, because we have no natural light. Once you're in here, you have no idea what the weather is doing outside, because it's always dark. We wouldn't stay here again, would we?
No, I don't think so. Also, something that's massive for us is the bed. The bed isn't massive, but the bed is really squidgy.
It's not squidgy, it's like a trampoline. So if I cough in the night, I don't raise us about 5 feet in the air.
But our bed on the boat is like the hardest memory.
Yeah, well, it's memory foam. It's like,
Yeah. So
it's great. This is just a bit odd.
So I haven't slept well for 3 nights.
No, neither of us has ever.
I think even because I showed you the little chapel thing just in that room there. And when I can't sleep, I then start hearing noises. And then I start thinking, there's a little tiny chapel in there, which is a bit spooky. Hopefully I'll sleep all right tonight. And then we've got a whole day in the apartment because it's Sunday tomorrow, but we want to get on with deadline work because we've got 2 or 3 days of really exciting stuff.
It is a train from Milan to Syracuse in Sicily, which takes 20 hours. It's a sleeper train.
Yeah, we get our own cabin. But the big deal is it goes on to a ferry. So the train splits up and train tracks go onto a ferry. So it's not that we're getting off the train to get onto a ferry. We are on the train on a ferry to Sicily.
This has been on our bucket list for years, and we realised that we could do it, and we could do it from Milan, which is the longest possible bit of it.
If you've liked what you've seen here with us in Genoa, we'd love you to give us a thumbs up and subscribe. It really does help our channel.
It really does.
And we'd really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Until next time.
See you next time. Goodbye.